My question is about the stereo image. I try to use S1 enlarger to enlarge my stereo image, but I think that or I don't do enough enlarging, or there is an issue with my mix, because when I listen to it with my monitors, it sounds great. But if I stick with Bluetooth or with my car stereo, it seems like it's very short. No, it doesn't expand like I want.
Hmm. Okay. I don't use any stereo width plugins at all.
No.
I stopped using those a long time ago. I did try them for a while, but I found what works way better to get that width is LCR mixing. You know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just do you do that already?
Yeah, I penned my guitars left and hard left and right, and the bass, vocals, and the other instruments barely in the center. Everyone has his place, but the guitars are panned hard right and left.
Yeah. And you don't have a bunch of stuff like in between center and
It's
left?
better, but for some songs, it is just not enough.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. Have you tried like doing some of your EQ moves in mono?
Yeah, I try to use impulse response, but the things goes messy. I need to practice more, absolutely, but I don't know in which direction to move.
Yeah. I think that hmm, I think that folk I think that worrying about the width of your mix is like the wrong place to focus on. I
Oh,
think that if you just keep getting better at the fundamentals of mixing, like getting that mid-range balance right, getting your compression and your EQ right, the width is going to take care of itself because the better you get at all that stuff, the compression, the EQ, um, it will automatically start to become wide because things will be you'll be able to hear things more clearly. Um, a lot of it is just like clarity, and we talked about like guitar tones and how to get more clarity out of that. Like that's a big thing too. Like if you've maybe got too much gain or not enough mid range in your guitars, like we've talked about,
yeah,
then
yeah.
they're not going to sound that big out wide because you can't really hear necessarily what they're playing that well. So that's a big thing, and even tracking, like making sure all the takes are like super super tight. Um, like all of that stuff, all these fundamentals will like they're going to take care of that problem. So if I were you, I'd kind of just like try to take that goal and that problem of width, just try to ignore it for now and focus on everything else. And then all of a sudden you'll start to realize that your mixes are
Oh,
a
okay.
lot
So
wider.
this is a consequence of my previous problem.
That's right. Yeah. It's kind of like you're trying to, it's like a doctor, you're trying to treat the symptom instead of the disease, right?
Ah, okay.
Okay.